I get a lot of prospective clients that ask this very critical question. I'm going through the divorce process, and when do I know I'm actually separated? Is it when I file for the divorce? Is it when I move out and I'm no longer living with my spouse? And more importantly, what are the implications? What does this all mean? So let me take a couple minutes to talk a little bit about this very critical stage of the divorce process, which is date of separation. Again, what does that mean? So there's a misconception a lot of people have, or for that matter, what the law used to say is that you are officially separated from your spouse when you are physically apart and no longer living together. That is not necessarily the case anymore. You can, for instance, have an express intent to separate, meaning you tell your spouse, it's over, we're done, I want a divorce. But saying that alone may not necessarily be enough. Your conduct has to comport with that intent. That's a fancy way of saying, I can't just say I want a divorce or it's over, but then still be intimate, perhaps share the same bed, still sharing your accounts, presenting yourself socially to friends and family as you're still together. So as far as being separated, and what the legal definition of separation means, is a complete and final break. So how do you evidence that? Meaning, how do you show that? One is an express intent. It's over, I want a divorce, by way of example. And then two is ensuring that your conduct comports with it, right? So we're no longer portraying ourselves as a couple to our friends and family. We're no longer sharing accounts. We're no longer intimate, etc. This is incredibly important for a number of different reasons, and I want to provide some broader context as to why. So when you actually separate, the obligations of a married couple that you guys share with one another, meaning you're sharing on all assets acquired and all debts accrued, effectively ends. So on that date of separation, by way of example, if you were to buy a lottery ticket and you hit the lottery, guess what? You're keeping all those lottery winnings. However, if you bought that lottery ticket the day before you expressed this intent and started acting like you were separated and hit the lottery, you are now sharing it with your spouse. These are just a couple examples. I hope they've been helpful, and if you like this video and found it educational, please either share, like, or subscribe. And I've got some really good information that I think will piggyback off what I was just talking about in a subsequent video called Separate Property. If you found this video valuable, be sure to watch the next one, and don't forget to either like, subscribe, or share.